All right, hopefully you can hear me now. OBS had that issue where for some strange reason my voice isn't coming through the thing. Okay, that was silly of me. I've been streaming half an hour and I didn't realize. So yeah, thank you very much, Togglebit. Welcome, welcome. Today I'm making a screenshot page for our marketing site. So yeah, just doing a bit of research, looking at other open source projects and how they're doing the screenshot pages and so forth like that. I kind of like this layout, but I haven't set up our marketing site to actually have those type of content blocks yet. So I will probably do that another day, but I'll get the word in there for ages. I streamed for 20 minutes the other day until I realized I had pressed the start recording and not the start. Oh no. Did you at least save it so that way you could put on like YouTube Shorts or something like that? The reaction being like, oh, I just done it, type of situation. So yeah, I've got to implement these. I wish. Tea ready, be right back. All right, I'll see you soon. So yes, just reading up on just what other people are doing. We've got like the features, so I'm going to change this from screenshot to features. I like this no trial, no subscriptions, no limited to your creativity type of thing. I want to do something sort of similar, but it's going to have to go down here. I don't have a hero element with that in there yet. And I don't want to steal their words because I can come up with something even better. So, if we... Oh, Socks is sitting on my tablet. Hey Socks, can I have my tablet? Thank you. Good go. Alright, I'll show Socks. Hopefully... Yep, she's appearing. Alright, my tablet was there. I've had to move it. So let's go to XCL draw. Let me just go reset canvas, confirm. Now, this will make sense in a couple of seconds. People are probably wondering what the hell crazy thing. Writing. That's what I'm drawing. Why, how, and what? All right. So with NearBeach, what I'm trying to actually do is, well, with myself personally too, not just NearBeach, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to improve my writing. A lot of people write from what they're doing, how they're doing it, and skip why. And I've been reading the Golden Circle writing type of thing. There is a book on this. I think it is called the Golden Circle. I've got it on my Kindle. Almost forgot the Kindle. Start with Why. That's the book I've got. So I'm going to try and re-implement this. Now, if you actually have a look at this, yeah, so I tried thinking of doing that when writing this. I tried doing that when writing this, so forth like that. So, yeah. I realize I've got features here too. I don't want to have it up in two places. I might change that back to screenshot and features then. Yeah. Alright. Getting back into this. So why is a good question. So I'm just gonna write random things on here. So we want to talk about open source. No license. Costs. So why? So why am I doing this? Because of my love of open source. And its ideology, if I can speak. How am I supporting open source? So I am supporting it by creating tools to help develop software. However, I want to make that generic. I don't want to say software, because if someone's got a different style of project, creating tools to help you let's click on that eraser prop. Hello. So creating tools to help you complete your projects. Creating NearBeach. An open source project management tool, no costs. All right, cool. So I think this will be a lot better written. All right, let's break this down. Okay, so we've got love of open source software. Because I've got a terrible memory. Love creating tools to help you complete your projects. Creating the tools you can use to complete your projects. And then NearBeach, an open source project management tool. With no licensing costs. Alright, sweet. So, up here, our love of open source software has driven us to create tools. The tools you can use to complete your projects. NearBeach is an open source project management tool with no licensing costs. I feel that flows a lot better than how I would have done it any other way. So there's just a little paragraph being like, all right, this is what we are. And then we can go through our features in here, which we can do section headers now. So setup, organization / customer data. We've gotten rid of that. We're definitely going to hit save. We're definitely ignoring those warnings. Alright, so our love is open source software. Yeah, I know. I don't know why they're popping up. I think it's this version of Umbraco, which is... Yeah, I've got to upgrade it sometime soon. So I just ignore them. The page saves. I'm perfectly fine. I do need to refresh the page if it's a new page, otherwise it won't appear here. But that's fine. Alright, if we were going to do something like on the front page to do that to NearBeach, we would want to do love and complete your projects. And click on the home page. I think, oh yeah, this is... Yep, that's misc items. Yeah, that's actually hard-coded in, I think. Oh no, content. There you go, full screen text message. Alright, so I'm just going to copy that for reference. And we're going to paste it down into here. So let's span class equals. Oh, I actually need to do this in this mode before I do. Sometimes, because I'm terrible at typing. I think that's a known thing at the moment. I keep pressing F1 instead of escape. It's just easier to copy and paste. No, we don't want open, we want love. And, oh, there we go. Got it on like the 10th shot. Alright, our love of open source software has driven us to create the tools you can use to complete your projects. NearBeach is an open source now. I should do the NearBeach as in the... Oh, did I just copy the wrong one? Oh, that was meant to be highlighted text. Oh well, I'll change that. No problem. Highlighted text. Alright, cool. Submit. I'm gonna go save. Save and preview. Oh, it doesn't open. Oh well. We can save and publish, but yeah. So, our love of open source software has driven us to create the tools you can use to complete your projects. NearBeach is an open source project management tool with no licensing costs. And then we've got setup. So I'm just going to give that an extra bit of space. Setup, organization, and customer data. So what I want to do is, I should definitely not be using production because we do actually have a couple of clients in there. So what we want to do, localhost, jump in, we just go find, let's go organizations, let's go NearBeach organization, let's update the user profile. Oh, I don't have the JPEG, do I? No, I don't. All right, so let's go here. All right, save page as SVG. Let's go pictures. Let's open that up. Can I? I was hoping there was a quick way I can convert that. All right, site. No, not site, sorry. Just my brain's not screwed on correctly tonight. Open an image viewer, thank you. Now I can save as, and then I should be able to save as JPEG. And that should just be a simple JPEG. Something tells me I got those little squares along with it. Nah, alright, cool. And then what I could do, user profile. Oh, I can't do this locally. Docker, sorry. Docker list containers. PSA. Docker PSA. Permission sudo docker PSA. I got a key in. Oh, alright. Did not mean to do that with the camera. But it's best not to actually have the Camera, focus at your keyboard when you're typing in a password. Alright. Good thing I probably mistyped something. Yeah, I typed something wrong. Alright, then I need... How do I start a container again? Then Docker start container. Docker container start. And then I think I've just got to get the container ID, and I think I've got act deploy NearBeach. Amazing blood. Oh, one's just hello world. Oh. Good. I kind of want to change that image. No, all right. No problem. What I got to do, I'm going to see if I can do this on production. And I've just got to do it. There we go. Possibly I can turn that down. Is that a lot better? Hopefully that's a lot better. Okay, and I'm back on here. I can take a screenshot. And what I want to do, save visible. I think that's a nice looking picture. I'll download that. It's hard to tell since I'm listening through speakers. Fair enough. Arcs regularly viewed as I'm terrible at this. Yeah. I think if I actually show my OBS, usually I mute this audio capture device because usually it comes through desktop audio, but today it's some strange reason just not coming through desktop audio, which is why I was mute. Happens sometimes. So yeah, this doesn't get tweaked that much. Just a tiny bit more. All right, there we go. Hopefully that's a lot better. And hey RJ, how are you? All right, cool. Cheers. Thank you very much, Togglebit. Greatly appreciated. And thank you very much, RJ. Once again, greatly appreciated. So yeah, just I had technical issues at the start, so I'm happy to fix things up. All right, so set up organization customer data. What I'm going to do is going to add in a content. I'm going to add in an image block. I am actually going to duplicate this tab. Also, I'm getting off that. In fact, I'm going to close that. I am going to go to media. I'm going to go screenshots of NearBeach. Here's the screenshots. What I'm going to do, create a folder. I'm going to call the folder organization. And then we're going to upload it. You're good? Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah, I can't complain myself. I'm seeing a streamer spelling words like organization correctly. Yep. Well, you know, us Australians, we like to be different. Alright, so I think it's under downloads that we get the screenshots. maybe not. Maybe I'm just gone crazy. And it's under screenshots, under pictures. All right, what's today's date? No. Those are all other screenshots. Ah, here we go. So I'm just gonna upload that. Actually, I want to rename it. See what, I can hit 2 birds with 1 stone. The downloads. Yep, that's the one we want. We want to rename this to organization information. Or we don't want this as a JPEG. Sorry, a PNG, sorry. So that should be a lot smaller. Yeah, that's almost half the size. So we're just going to drag and drop that. Today's date is, if you are American, 02/07/24. Yeah, that confuses me. For me, it's always the day, month, and year. However, I need to hurry and get my wife a birthday present. It's her birthday soon then. Alright, let's go into here. Screenshots of NearBeach, organizations, click on that, We're then screenshot of the organization information page. Alright, then we add more rich text. And what we do, it's gonna... Sorry, I was meant to not cut all of that, but cut that. Okay, fingers crossed I cut the right thing. Good. Close that, do that, get rid of that, delete, save, ignore those red things. It's Valentine's Day. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna do something for my boyfriend. Because he will have that time off. And June isn't coming out till the end of the month or next month. Damn it. We just watched it on Blu-ray the other day, so I don't think going to the cinema again. The Beekeeper. There's nothing really on it this time of year. Oh, you might want to see Madam Web. Alright, I got plans. What did I do last year? Last year I was single during this time. Yeah. Yeah, we went through a bad spot this time last year. So, yeah, easy fix then. So yeah, hopefully movies will be fine. Or we just do something like board games or something like that. Which would be nice. Give her to get her to give up chocolate for Lent, and then you don't need to get her chocolate for Valentine's Day. Did you see that for Valentine's Day? Aaron is doing a streaming special where he speed dates his viewers. Dinner and movie. However, I don't know how I would cook for you guys. I mean, I can, you know, pull out the wok and cook something. What do I have in the garden? I've got pumpkin, but I want them to grow a little bit more. Got a little tiny watermelon. I mean, you don't cook those though. And the capsicums are too small at the moment. I can make lots of chilies. So what we want to write here is collect basic information on your customers and organizations. Be able to connect them to certain requirements, projects, and tasks. Okay, we'll keep that very simple. Because then we want to talk about gathering user or customer requirements, which is a big feature in NearBeach. Are we doing section headers? Yeah, we're doing section headers. And then what I'll do is I'll add an image block and I'll add some rich text. Because we'll add in a screenshot. So yeah, when we actually do set this up to be like this, yeah, we'll set it up to be like this very soon. It just requires me sitting down for a couple of hours and actually coding that out. I'll be up for that. Something spicy at 8 AM. Great start to the day. Yes, I am currently growing Dragon's Breath chilies. I keep spelling chilies wrong. So hopefully, fingers crossed. So I've been growing these from seeds, so they're about yay big. If we were to put it in 5 centimeters or 2 inches big at the moment. Not the chilies, the plant. So I'm hoping these start growing a little bit bigger soon. They are very evil. These, I think, are they're hotter than Californian Reapers, which I did have a plant of, but sadly it passed away, which happens sometimes. So yes, I am looking forward to this. And I should order some more Californian Reaper plants. So, yeah. Okay, so gathering user requirements. Let's actually go here. Let's go into requirement. Actually, sorry, I've got to do this again like this because on production I actually have client stuff on there. So I don't want to show that by mistake. List all. Oh, I can actually Alright, I am actually going to share the screen now because surprisingly I've actually done all of these. Improve user flow for requirements and requirements informations. So this is done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to do see visible. I'm going to download it. Once again, we're just going to open it up. We're going to save as requirement information. And then go JPEG. Down here, we do want to take... Oh, I don't have any requirement information on here. Nor do I have customers. But that's fine. We can... General flow of an object. There we go. So we're going to take a screenshot of this. We're going to hit download. We're going to open up this again. We're just going to save as requirement information items .jpg. All right, cool. And we can start uploading those. So here, I'm just going to go here, going to click on this folder. I'm going to call this requirements. They look, ooh, I bet a nice chutney with that would be smashing. Yes. So, I know a chef. So essentially what we'll do is, and we've done this before with him, with the Californian Reapers, is we'll get him to make some sauces and stuff like that. Hopefully he'll teach me. I've also got a bunch of other chilies too. So I've got the Thai chilies. I've got the bird eyes. But I was looking at the other ones. They might not be called Thai chilies. They're these ones. The images are on that side, isn't it? So it's these chilies. So the ones I've got turn purple. There's one at the back that's a bit purple. Thai chili purple. So like these. Not the long ones, but the really short ones like this. Which will be nice. Which I've enjoyed the flavor before. So for those that don't know, I used to work in a Thai kitchen and they used to go chilies and chuck them in hot oil. No joke. My tolerance is extremely high. So if you're ever wondering what chilies taste like for someone like me, where I don't get the spiciness that covers over the taste itself, it tastes very peppery. And you get some really nice sort of tasting, you know, chilies and stuff like that, which are, yeah, it's I like this peppery taste. That's the best I can explain it. All right, I'm going to close production. We've got the images that we want. So we're going back into here, gathering user requirements. We're going to go out of here. We're going to go into requirements, user requirements, screenshot of gathering user requirements. So down here, what we want to do is I'm wondering if we should use the golden circle once again to sort of write this section out. This is collect basic information, organization, yeah, whatever. Oops, that was a bit weird. So I've got to do the thin line. Why? How? And what? I think this is where we should be extending this. So why? So we want requirements all trying to think of I'm terrible at writing, so bear with me whilst I struggle through this. All right, so why requirements? Complete all. I don't know why I just had that as two words in my head then. I had that as complete, as in like C-O-M-E. Don't know why my brain went there. Complete all user complete and track and complete. And complete all user requirements for a happy customer. We're not going to use the word user. Customer requirements. How? By storing them as a helicopter story and break them down into items. and then requirements. Smiley face. What's a helicopter story? All right, so I've kind of made up that word. So back when I was at the university and stuff like that, we would do a lot of data analysis. So I was a data scientist a long time ago at the university. And what they would want is they would want what they like to call a helicopter view. So this is some director in a helicopter. All right. And down here is all the data. All right, I'm gonna put socks back on. So down here is like all my Excel spreadsheets and SQL queries and everything that I wrote and did and all that kind of stuff. So the idea is from this, they got a quick glance at what the information is saying. So it's just a quick glance at what the data's saying. Yeah. From that, I've essentially kind of commandeered that sort of helicopter view into a lot of things. So in NearBeach, you've got requirements and requirement items. So the requirements themselves should be that sort of broad sort of helicopter view. You shouldn't go into extreme detail of it, whereas the requirement items is where you're going directly into that detail. And that is something that I should actually write into this feature and so forth like that. So yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone really likes my little image. I am going to save that little, if I can select him, can I? Oh no, it's not that tool, it's that one. Yeah. And then you can export image. Let's do dark mode. Let's copy to clipboard. Now this feature can likely be enabled. All right. PNG. There. All right. Just me being silly. Oh, app break. All right. Welcome back. You didn't miss much. I was just posting my little picture of the helicopter onto Twitter. So, yeah, that's all I was doing. All right. Cool. So, let's put this into here. So gather user requirements, screenshot of user requirements. So what we want to do is we want to state track and complete all your customers' requirements for the project and improve their don't like that. Something about that's just telling me it's not more of a why. So the how is by storing them. Store your customers' requirements in NearBeach's requirement module. Track the requirements completion from inside the module. Be able to assign projects and tasks to the requirement. All right. This is where we just figure out how we can, oh yeah, all good. All good, happy to explain. See, I don't feel like this is more of a why. Why are we doing this? Why requirements? Socks, do you know why? Just standing right next to me being like, nope. All right. Sorry, sweetie. Give me. Yeah. She meows like she's angry, and then you put her right here, and you start cuddling her, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm going purring down now. Her tail is wagging a little bit because I'm just not doing that to her. And she's like, oh yeah, that's the stuff. Okay, why? All right. We want it to be easy for you to track and complete your customers' requirements. All right. Anyway, thank you very much, Togglebit. Thank you for popping by, and have a fun day at work. So yes, I've finished for the day. So I'm like, yeah. It's 8 p.m. here though. So is it 8 p.m? Yeah, it's 8 p.m. So yeah, you will not, but thanks. Yeah, anyway, have fun. All right, we want it to be easy for you to track and complete your customers' requirements. We have created the module requirements, modules, requirement, and requirement items to store both a helicopter view of the customer's requirements, followed by a more detailed breakdown of each requirements items. Yeah, because it's ownership, it needs a comma, and items will be plural. All right, so we want it to be easy for you to track and complete the customer's requirements. We have created created the modules, requirements, and requirement items to store both a helicopter view of your customer's requirements, followed by a more detailed breakdown. All right. Both a helicopter view of your followed by a more detailed. All right, that's a very long sentence though. Each requirement and requirement item can be linked to a project or task, which can be tracked within the requirement module. Which the progress can be tracked within the requirement module. All right. That does that one. Okay, create project and tasks. So once again, another section one. We're just gonna, we're just gonna add in another image. And we're going to add in another rich text block. We're going to paste that in. Oops, hey, sweetie. All right. Yes, I know. In your bed, though. Someone might give you treats. Alright, so... Don't, sweetie, stop it. Create projects and tasks. Now, I'm just going to do that thing again where I'm like looking at the secret screen. Sorry, I've been using NearBeach, which is great. I just don't want to accidentally show any... I don't know how Docker deployments will occur. Yeah, I just don't want to show anything that is customer related. So yeah, anyway, here we are. And the thing is, showing this can actually show people, hey, I'm actually using this too. This is not me making up BS sort of data. This is me literally being like, all right, I've got a task, I've got a good project, I've got this, I've got that. So yeah, I'm gonna save visible. Once again, I'm going to hit download. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to just go and save as, and I'm going to go task information.jpg. I'm also working my way around socks at the moment. Okay, so that is done. We need to go into here. Oh, I should save this. Should go into here. We need to... I'm just going to create another folder. I'm just going to call it task. Ooh, another thing is, should I should have another image in there. And then I should get rid of that. And then I should do this. Create project/tasks. I should get rid of this again. Image block. And rich text. Now, I do know, you guys are probably wondering, oh, why are you doing it like this and stuff like that. I do know Umbraco has a new way of doing these content blocks and so forth like that. That will hopefully be implemented once I learn how to do it. So, yep. A screenshot of the requirement links showing all objects connected to that requirement and their status. Done. All right, so now we need this one with the tasks. So yeah, you got to think of this as in like the Gutenberg editor, but not so fancy. All right, we go into task, it reloads, we just hit the task, we hit select, a screenshot of the task information page where the user gets to read up on the task description. All right, so let's do this again. Okay, so we've got our white little thing. We've got our, click on this. We've got our why. How. And then we've got our what. Now we know what our what is. So why is... create projects and tasks. Do not ask me why I didn't S at the end of ands. For multiple teams, and users. Create. All right. Not the most inspiring thing. So create either projects or tasks for users to complete. A single project / task can be connected to multiple groups. All right, why? This is probably, I should use NearBeach's proper why here. What I'm trying to say is NearBeach has been set up to be collaborative. Don't know if I spelled that right, probably not. Between different departments and groups. How? Each object can be shared between groups. Sorry, my writing's terrible at the moment. For that collaborative aspect. So I'm not using, because all we need to do is like, oh yeah, create projects and tasks. People know what those are. So I'm kind of spinning this differently. I'm saying NearBeach comes from a collaborative background where projects and tasks can be shared between multiple users and multiple different groups or departments. All right. I think the collaboration between different departments and groups. It's probably a better word. Collaboration between different departments and users is an important feature. Not a feature. I'm trying to think of a word where if an organization has an end goal and they're all moving towards it, we would say is an important goal for any organization. There we go. Collaboration between different departments and users is an important goal for any organization. NearBeach has constructed its permissions and assignments to enable this collaboration. Both projects and tasks can be shared between different groups and users. Cool. Oops, I should have that like that. And welcome, Scotty B. How are you? I hope you're going well. Yeah, kind of like a mission. Where I don't know if you've heard of this, the Golden Circle. So I have this book. I'm trying to apply it to my writing. So what you do is you work on the why, then you work on the how, and so forth like that. So the why in this sort of case would be, well, collaboration between different departments and users is an important goal of any organization. There you go. How NearBeach has constructed its permissions and assignments to enable this collaboration. Both projects and tasks can be shared between different groups. So yeah. You're okay? Oh, that's good to hear. So I'm going to keep that paragraph. I kind of like it. Now we've got requests for change, Kanban boards. And then we just got our core values that we want on this page. I'm definitely saving after that. And then hopefully everything lines up really well. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, good luck. Yeah, I had one. I would have been, I think, a decade ago, nearly. So it's been a while. I'm assuming you're having the fluids and stuff like that, which I will say was disgusting. That was probably the hardest thing about the whole entire process. Also, I'm kicking myself for not saying this. It was something that the doctor said. And, you know, it's one of those things that it's the doctors, they don't think about it. They're like, all right, cool, go over there, get changed and all that kind of stuff. Which was all fine and dandy. But I regret not having a comeback, and it was well after getting it that I was like, I should have said this. That would have been so funny in the situation. Like, I do try and use humor to sort of, you know, make yourself less nervous. So, yeah, I was a little nervous. Not too much, just a little. And yeah, I was just upset that I didn't say this when I thought of it well after the situation. So, my one regret. You'll be starting soon. Oh, good luck. Good luck. It's the hardest thing out of the whole entire process. My personal opinion, though. So yeah, everything else was pretty stock standard and easy. All right, so linked object. I don't want to do any of that. I've got to actually do this. So, all right, cool. So we'll do create request for change. Create request for change. Now, we definitely don't have one of those on NearBeach just yet, so I am going to do new request for change. Deployment of NearBeach 0.30 31.0 RC1. Deployment of NearBeach 0.30.1.rc1. All right, so what do we want to say here? The release of the RC1 will deploy the new method of deployment automation. This process should save between 20 to 40 minutes per release cycle. All right. It also adds in the ability to deploy releases separate from development work in case there is a security issue with one of the libraries used in NearBeach. All right, that's a save visible. We're downloading. This is request. I don't know why my brain sometimes does that. I'll be typing out something and I'll say it out loud and I'll type something completely different too. Request for change. So yeah, we won't finish that, but we will go into our new task down here. Request for change. Request for change. Perfect. All right, coming down here, we click on this. Go out of like this. Request for change. Request for change. Select. So screenshot of a new request for change where the user is outlining what they are changing. All right, cool. So we've got to do the whys and hows here. So I'm just going to write why, how, and what. Why? So essentially, what is it called? The IT Change Academic. IT CAB. It's a name for CAB. Change Advisory Board. So the Change Advisory Boards will require certain data and information before advising or accepting a change into a change. Change advisory boards, CAB. This information will be, and we're just going to cheat. We're going to add in the image. Actually, we added the image up above. I'll do this so we see the image. So we've got Descript. Yeah, Descript. Oh, I couldn't fit the whole word description. Description. This information will be, you know what, I'm kind of like this. So change advisory boards will require certain data and information to advise whether accepting a change. Before advising or accepting a change, this information will be, and then we will put in here, description of change. And then if you've ever done that, the detail of, so I'm going to put helicopter description of change and why it is required, detailed of what services and products are changing, the risk that risk of something going wrong. I don't like that. And what will be affected? I hate that word. I hate that sentence. Sorry. I will come back and redo that sentence. The implementation method used. Used for the change. The back out plan. Back out plan if something goes wrong. And the test plan. Plan to make sure everything has been deployed correctly. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that out. I know I'm going to use an image. I know I'm going to use more rich text. So I'm just going to paste that there. I'm just going to save. So, helicopter description of the change and why it is required. Detail of what services and products the change has been applied to. Yeah, I hate that. Gathering all risks associated with the change and what could be affected when applying the change. Yep, a lot better than that. Method used to implement the change. And who is responsible for each of the tasks. The back out plan if something is about to go wrong, and prior instances need yeah, I'm just going to leave it as backup plan if something goes wrong. I don't like that. Trying to think. So in the past, whenever we've done something and we've hit something, we've had a backup of a database, and so felt that so we could easily fall back onto it if something goes wrong. So for example, especially whenever you're applying an upgrade and there's a database migration in that upgrade, you always back up before. That way, if you do something and everything goes wrong, you can restore that database as quickly as possible and then have a fallback method to it. In a lot of cases, if the database is too big to restore back quickly, so let's say that's live 1 or whatever, you can make a copy, apply everything on here, and then if everything else fails, you fall back onto this one. However, if you pass, this is just one method, there's multiple ways of doing all this kind of stuff. If you pass, essentially everything goes onto here, and then you replicate this. But yeah, there's other... That's the ways I know. However, I do know that there's better ways of doing things. So, yeah. I do know. Alright, if you're actually interested in it, this is a really good article. It deals with the Facebook migrating from, I think, 5.6 MSL. Yeah, from 5.6 MySQL 5.6 to 8, and how they did it. So yeah, there's been times where we've been doing an upgrade or anything like that. We've got the production database, and we're taking a snapshot. So we've got the snapshot database. And what we've done is production still over here. So that's the database. You got the web servers. This is just the web server. We've spun up our own sort of web server that connects to this one, but we've applied the upgrade to this one. And then we've done a shakeout test. And if everything's fine, great. What we do is we move everything over onto here. And then we take the deltas. A lot of times we'll do this after hours where this has not been updated so much. And we're not dealing with big stuff. This is just CMS type of stuff. So not many changes. Can you give me that link to that article? My wife's company might be interested in reading it. Oh, the Facebook one? Sure. Yeah, it's quite interesting how they did it. Yeah, if memory serves me correctly, I think they had an 8 somewhere, and then they did something. It's been a couple of years since I've read this, so I'm struggling. July 22nd, 2021, so nearly 3 years ago. So yeah. Now we're dealing with CMSs, so usually these changes, these deltas are about 1 or 2 pages changes, not many. And a lot of times we can tell the customer, hey, can you wait whilst we do this? So we take the database over, we do all that kind of stuff. It also helps. We use Azure Web Apps. So what actually happens is if there is no database migration and stuff like that, which is the vast majority of times, a lot of the times when I'm pushing stuff for the CMS, it's literally programming sort of stuff. It's either the controllers or the views, and definitely nothing about the database. So we'll have prod, we'll have staging. They'll be connected to the same database, which looks like a tin can. All right, so I apply my upgrades to here, which are usually DLL changes and plus the view changes. Okay, because we're using .NET sort of stuff. Then I do a shakeout test on this. So, all right, once I'm happy that everything's not broken and stuff like that, I do what I like to nickname the swapperoo. You can actually swap the production and staging instances with each other on Azure Web Apps. And that makes sure, now staging goes down for a little bit, but that's fine. No one should be using staging but me for shaking out and stuff like that. It'll go down for a little bit, but production stays up constantly. And the only thing I notice is a page will probably take about 2 or 3 seconds longer to load when that exact swap happens. So yeah, that's just if anyone was interested in what we do. So yeah, we would write this out in a cab, being like, all right, cool, we'll deploy code to staging, because there's no database changes whatsoever. Deploy code to staging, shake out staging, do the swap method, and so forth like that. And the risks will be low. and one of the backouts will be to reswap back. And another thing is the test plan to make sure everything has been deployed is actually double check those pages have been deployed. So yeah. Anyway, so we've got the Y. Alright, NearBeach request for change module will help you with your storing this data and also tracking its progress during the request for change. Good to go. Oh, yep, that's fine. Thank you very much, RJ, for coming along. I do hope I see you next time. So yes. Today it's just article writing. Well, page writing. I'll write this page up. So yeah. Now I might add in one more screenshot here. Oh, yeah, I should. Do I have an open request for change? So I don't need to write it out again. Yeah, all right, cool. Run sheet, QA team to backup database. Team to double check database is backup in safe location. All right, that finishes at 9 a.m. All right. Develop QA team to notify developers database is backed up and deployment can start. Deployment team to deploy DLLs to web server. Shake out team checks that web server is functioning. All right, so we got this section, which I'll just take a screenshot of. All right, and then we'll download it. And then this will become change tasks.jpg. So we'll go into here, request for change. Yep, we're fine with that. Click on that. Discard changes. We're not making any changes anyway. Click on this. Change task. Upload that. Edit in here. Bang in this. Go change tasks. And then a screenshot of the change task list. All the changes required in this request for change. All right, cool. And now we've got Kanban boards. Kanban boards. All right, this is going to be a simple functionality. Section header once again. We're going to remove all of that. Once again, we're going to add in an image, and we're going to add in a rich text block. gonna paste that in, gonna click on this. I'm gonna go screenshots. I'm gonna go, oh, we don't have a Kanban board. I'll tell you what, I am gonna actually do that properly over here. Kanban board. We did have a screenshot before. Kanban board, JPEG. Kanban board, JPEG. Should hit save. Should click on this. Should hit screenshots of NearBeach. Kanban board. We've got the Kanban board. We'll select image of Kanban board in dark mode. I don't have much to talk about this. It's pretty stock standard. Alright, if I go the why, I go the how. Track and organize small tasks. Organize projects / tasks on / cards on a Kanban board. Alright, why? That trying to I could state that sometimes users don't like using the usual method. Oh, anyway, it's getting dark. I'm going to stand up. All right, and I've got to turn on the light and get the cats in. Just give me 2 seconds, sorry. Max, socks, come on. Your treats. Sorry about that. Need to get the cats inside. All right. All right. When creating tasks and projects do not suit your project management style, we have a built-in Kanban board. Cool. I think the core values down at the bottom. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't even like that. But I think I'm at that point where I'm just like, I'm going to be hitting brick walls. I've been writing for 2 hours already, and I'm just like, all right, this is done. It's got the new features. Didn't realize that is going to be the same color and all that kind of stuff. That might be confusing. Yeah, that is actually very confusing. They're slightly off. What I could do... Let's have a look at these image blocks. Oh, I don't have any... Oh, I thought I had the... Oh, that's a full width image. Yeah, that has the aspect ratio and the positions and all that kind of stuff. Which is not what we want. We want the full image in there. I don't have any border information around the images or anything like that to be like, hey, this is an image. Like, this one's a lot better because you see the white and grey and it comes off, all that kind of stuff. And I do kind of like how it takes up most of the screen. We could... Okay, because yeah, we've got it. We've got the class full height, full width in there. And I mean, I could implement that in the future. However, that being said, I'm not going to worry about it because we're going to be doing this. So we'll have the image over here and then some text. And on mobile phone, that should look perfectly fine. If we just refresh this, put this in mobile phone format. Oh, we need to do the background for that one. But yeah, this looks fine. We've got NearBeach. Ooh, we don't have that highlighted text properly. All right. Oh, it's highlight text. There we go. So it covers up our love. No. All right. Give me a few seconds. Let's edit this. Let's rich text. Let's go bang like this. Let's just highlight. Like so. And I got to make sure. Now we could change that font. I do like that idea. And I've got to remember what the message does. So Nothing. All right. So if I do it in here and I go class equals, and then we put in our that, and I save. Okay, that's weird. Let's have a look at this. Don't know why. Oh, I think I know why. All right, let's bring this up. So on highlight text, the before don't know why that's happening. That's weird. With this, we've got another span in there. All right, so if I edit as HTML and then just something like that. There we go. All right, sweet. So what we need to do is we need to just edit this rich text block. We just need to span. I'm gonna span this like so. Then I gotta save and publish, and we're just gonna refresh, and there we go. Now I've got to put it in the menu. So far we're looking at this on a 6. Now that is tiny for a 6. I thought that would have been a bit bigger. I'm just gonna pull out my phone for a second. All right. So I'm just trying to find this page, screenshot and features. All right, yeah. All right. Let's show you what it looks like. So yeah, it is that kind of tiny on my phone. All right, not a problem. What I'll do is I will have to fix that at a later date. It's still readable. We should be putting in the screenshots. So I've got the home blog self. I think think at the bottom. So yeah, we're happy with this. Let's go to settings. Oh, where did I do the menu stuff again? Here we go. Menu. Alright, so we just need to select one of these. Copy it, paste it. Screenshot and features. Oh, I'm gonna actually... I'm gonna do it after documentation, because I feel like documentation is still very important, but I feel like this is more important than anything else. And what we want to do is we just want to yank this, and we want to paste it in. Now, we don't want target blank, we don't want that, because that's going to be on the site itself. And then if we hit save, we hit refresh, we've got screenshot and features, and this still looks good on the iPhone 6, 7. And then we click on that and we're like, presto. All right, so what I can do is I can go to prod.NearBeach now. Scroll down, I'm going to put it on dark mode. I'm going to marketing site improvements. We have just done this, so we're moving it over. All right, cool. We've got a bunch of other stuff on here which we've got to do. Upgrade to all that. I've got to deploy the Umbraco 13. So yeah, cool. All right. Create screenshot page potential users can use. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to okay, I've just finished creating a new screenshot page to display all the features within NearBeach. Still a work in progress, but would love some feedback. And then I am just going to be like, yay, smiley face. And party. All right, cool. And yeah, all right, cool. Another thing I've got to do. So that's not pulling through any of if we view page source, we should be pulling through some of that. Don't know why it isn't. Okay. LinkedIn, I don't want to use LinkedIn. SEO, link, meta tags, testing. There's something someone showed me the other day and I forgot what link it was. I should ping them up and be like, hey, what was that link again? Because SEO is going to be something important on NearBeach that we've got to do. Improve SEO. We've got to create the 500 and 404 pages. I think the 404 pages, did I finish creating them? No. So yeah, all of that I've got to start implementing. So yeah, it's not finding the image. NearBeach marketing. All right. Cool. Yeah, I got to improve all that SEO. It's on there. I've got to upgrade to the latest version of NearBeach. That will hopefully happen when I've got a free weekend, and I can get it done. All right, that can be closed. So we've just moved that over. Yeah, custom HTML blocks, add headed blocks and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what we want to actually do. So I'm going to close that tab. Yep, change board. Yep, yep, we've just done that. Yep, we can close that. The golden circle, highly recommend it. Yeah, I'm getting through the book. I'm a very slow reader. It also doesn't help that it's, you know, just can't at the moment. Right, that was a great example. These were great examples. We will implement something like this, and I reckon that page will definitely benefit from it. I reckon having smaller screenshots with the text and stuff like that, where we've got 2/3 for the image, 1/3 for the text. It's going to be so much better. So yeah, but for the moment, this is fine. Shows what we want. Okay. Cool. All right. Construction of diagnosis page. Oh yeah, we're going to do that. Implement end-to-end into Circle CI. Now, I don't want to start the construction of the diagnosis page yet because I'm going to have to sit down and talk about it. I want to also do some research. Sorry, my whiteboard's full of notes at the moment. So if I take a screenshot of my whiteboard. This is the screenshot. I'm in a photo. Okay, there we go. Doing this live. Going crazy. I'm going to upload that onto Twitter. Okay, photo. My whiteboard. Some of you might notice that I've removed the bug tracking stuff. So I had the bug tracking stuff up for 31, so forth like that, to track as many bugs as possible. It's still happening, but it's mostly happening on the website at the moment. The idea being is it will go back up there. At the moment, it's not because we're mostly focusing on features and so forth like that. I feel like NearBeach is at that point where it is getting quite stable and we need more features in now. And I'm glad someone enjoys my little helicopter. All right, let's go to profile. Reason why I did this is so I can share it with you guys. So today we've just done the create screenshot and all that kind of stuff. The to-do is something I wanted to do more sooner, but I do want to talk about sprints and Gantt charts. Do a bit of research with those. Pretty sure I fixed the note. Yeah, I fixed the note permissions. That's done. So I got to rub some of this off. I got to document the Git flow. Okay. Okay, so if you ever go onto NearBeach, you've got all this. You've got Discord, documentation, homepage, NearBeach demo. I should get rid of that or reset it up. Contributing guide, which will click on the this. So contributing NearBeach. If you'd like to join our community, please enjoy our fun, exciting Discord. We're always looking for new contributors. There are many different ways to contribute. For example, donating, bug testing. Ooh, that's a broken link. Because that should not be showing anymore. Oh wait, I'm still logged in as myself. I'm pretty sure I turned that off. Yeah, I turned that off. So it's moved underneath NearBeach to make it extremely coherent that, hey, no, if you do donate to this, this is actually going to the NearBeach and corporate, not myself. The idea being is we'll be able to hopefully hire a UI UX designer one day. Bug fixing, writing documentation, writing new components is not dead. Yeah. How are you, clever princess? Yeah, I've moved the thing. I should change that link. Yeah, I should fix it now. How have you been, at least, clever princess? We're doing stuff live and we're finding all the issues. So, am I on a feature branch? No, I'm on develop at the moment. I feel this should not be developed. This should actually be a hotfix. So, I'm going to stop everything. I'm going to do this in a terminal. Sites, NearBeach, git. I'm going to pull everything. Socks. Git checkout main. Git pull. You've got to make sure main's all up to date. Git flow hotfix start. Documentation hotfix. Alright, cool. So what this will do is it'll push both the dev and into main. I legit locked myself out of my account for an age. Oh no! How did you do that? So my partner, if you're talking Twitch, my partner did the joke, I'm 12, please explain. And someone he got absolutely banned from Twitch completely, like for an age sort of thing. Yeah, he never made another account, nor has he gone back and collected his account again, or gone through support properly. I think got up to a point where they're asking for his driver's license and he's like, no. No. So he hasn't been on Twitch since. Yeah, I know. He used to give me money. Where am I? Documentations, contributing. Okay, we might as well fix this. Hacktoberfest. Alright, that's an old... I'm keeping that in. Just because if I do Hacktoberfest again, I can fix that up. GitHub sponsorship. So that will be NearBeach. I believe that's correct. Basically managed to wipe my... Oh no! And forgot to recover my account. Then couldn't be bothered for ages. Damn, that does not sound like fun at all. Well, I'm glad you're back. That is what is important. Socks is here trying to get to the treats, and no, because you didn't come inside until I had to pick you up. You don't get treats. Unless someone pays for them. You have to look into the camera and be like, give me treats. Redeem those treats. Look. You gonna ask for those treats? You gonna beg? No? Alright. Okay, so we'll fix that up. Writing components or functionality for NearBeach, refactoring the code, ID making it more efficient or easy to read, updating the code, libraries, marketing, supplying feedback, improvements, and so forth like that, and many more. Joining our community. Yep. There it goes. Sucks. You got some treats. She's like, about time. Don't know if you heard that little tiny meow then. Okay, let's get this all set up. There go. We'll do the secret screen. I gotta get like the another screen set up. I might move that out of the way. Well, that's actually getting quite hot for what it is. I shouldn't be getting that hot. Alright, are you gonna hop in your bed? Ooh, that's almost falling off. In your bed? No, sweetie, in your bed properly. MX. Alright. I gotta hide the treats away from her. She is relentless with asking for treats. She will subtly knock the bag. I made the mistake of having a bag on my bedside table, and she kept knocking it throughout the night, being like, "Are you gonna give me treats? Gonna give me treats?" Alright. You gonna hop in your bed? Okay. All right. NearBeach overview. NearBeach is open source project management system with Django. Yep. Each different module component in NearBeach is called objects. The following objects exist. Yep. Cool. Each object shall have their own folder structure, views, projects. There's some overhead. I shouldn't be saying cloud hosting costs anymore. I feel that is... So, NearBeach is a not-for-profit, or registered as a not-for-profit in Australia, and we get credits for Azure. And it's enough credits for us to survive very easily over a year. So yeah, no longer are we on one little tiny DigitalOcean droplet. We're actually using web apps and external databases and all that kind of stuff. Deep source issues. All right. Code climate issues. I don't think this deep source link works anymore. Yeah, it will be NearBeach. All right. I'm going to remove deep source. There we go. Code climate issues should still exist. Add link. Oh, okay, yeah, I see why it's complicated. Yeah. Essentially, to uncomplicate this, we would have a function in here that passes through what we need, the object, what we need into it, and then in that function we'll have another loop. And that will be fine with that complexity. That will be fine for that complexity. And so forth like that. Yeah. But it's fine. These are things we would come back to. I mean, we only got 40 in here. Yep. All right. That should be fine. let's go to the front. Oh, socks is gone. Sorry. There we go. Oh, if I get this right. Cool. NearBeach. So what is NearBeach? NearBeach open source project management is okay, features, sponsors. Yep, we need that sponsor updated on the README. We need to get rid of some of these. So Circle CI is gone. Just because that should be NearBeach. I've just been arguing with myself about how to persist an object without that object knowing that it's persistable while maintaining encapsulation. I hate OOP. Only thing I can think of is a method exposing the state, but I feels like it defeats the point. It's just like, where's the line between encapsulation and insanity? Most of the time, it's spent arguing with myself, to be fair. Sounds like things are going great on NearBeach. Yeah, they are. They're coming along. I have the problem of overthinking things and it slows me down. Oh, fair enough. I have the problem of being like thinking about things too quickly. So I've got the opposite sort of effect. Sometimes I'm like, screw it, I'll do this. If something goes wrong, I'll fix it later, and then spending a lot more time later fixing it rather than doing it correctly the first time. So yeah. As for the OOP thing, I think that exposing the state is probably the only way that I can think of. Yeah. I'm not the best with OOP. I will admit that. What are you building? If you don't mind me asking, if you're allowed to talk about it. Okay, Discord, NearBeach demo. I'm going to delete the NearBeach demo at the moment. This GitHub sponsors NearBeach. Now, the fun fact is, when I actually applied for the sponsorship for NearBeach, I got it instantly. It was quite fun. All right. Software references, and thank you. Browser Stack, we're thanking Browser Stack because they give us access to it. Sneak.io for security checks. Yep. VueJS. Yep. Tiny Mouse, Bootstrap, and VueValidate. Yep. All right. Cool. Those are some of the libraries that we are using. Okay. Cool. So I'm happy with this. I'm gonna go git status, git add, git commit. Fix the README and contributing. There were broken links. Git flow hotfix. Finish. Documentation hotfix. Yep. Please run again. All right. Fix documentation. There were broken links. Merging in hotfix. All right, git push. Okay. Now that's in hotfix. I'm assuming. Yeah, it's not running any of my actions, which is great. Yeah, my problem is I tried to do things perfect first time around, and that's really slowing me down. I'm building a recruitment platform, but not in the traditional sense, trying to reinvent the whole concept. Oh, fair enough. That sounds very interesting. That's about all I can say without... yep. fair enough. Else it would be easy to figure out my... yep. All good. That does actually sound very interesting. So, yeah. I wouldn't say NearBeach reinvents anything. It thinks about things more in a collaborative sort of sense. So I built the tasks and projects around the ability to add them to multiple different groups, which could be departments, and assign them to multiple different people. So there are times where I worked with IT back at the university to actually complete certain things, and there were projects which we were both connected to, but we were always separated in these project management tools. They had their thing, we had our tool, and so forth like that, and it was really, really hard to actually be like, all right, cool, we're actually working on this particular thing together. So, yeah, and I do kind of want to bring that up over here. Now, screenshot page for NearBeach, I can clear that off here. Okay, cool. We're just doing odds and ends at the moment today with NearBeach. So yeah, it's not really a structured stream today, but that's fine. We have something that basically a working MVP at this point, but my perfectionism is a problem. Yes. Yeah, alright. I can understand that, because a lot of the times with an MVP, and this has happened to me before, where essentially I wanted to get it overly fully featured and stuff like that, and I just spent way too long, where in the end I just needed to display something and get something done. Yeah, fully understand that. It's a hard thing to get out of, and sometimes you just have to sit there and be like, no, I've got to get this out. It's just have to have this bit of functionality. And then hopefully when you got the MVP out, people will start using it, and then you realize what sections you don't need. Alright, so I want blogs. I want the latest blog. I want the rich text block, so we've done that. Improvements to the marketing site, technically we've done that, so I am going to scratch that one out for this week, this month. Alright, cool, submit that. Document testing and improving. We haven't done much of that, and that's going to happen. Alright, rich text. Screenshot page. Alright. Cool. So, yeah. Some people might be wondering, why am I doing this to my blogs and stuff like that. It's mainly for me. I tend to have this sort of... Let's actually draw this out. This will be better. So here I am. Here I am. That's mine. And sometimes I smile. Alright, and then I might have my mood. And this is time. Alright, so we've just done a release. Just done release. So my mood's up here. And as I don't do releases for a while, my mood becomes a bit lower and lower and lower and lower until I'm just like, eh, and then I'm like, meh. And I feel like I've done nothing. So to get around this is I actually write out what I kind of want to do for that particular month. I don't like roadmaps for myself because I can never stick to a roadmap that is longer than a month. Even then, there's things in a roadmap which I just like, I've got to handball this to the next month. Like I could probably ship today, but the demons in my head would have been winning at least up until recently. Currently working on the legalities at the moment. Since this has been a side project up until now. Oh, fair enough. hopefully you ship soon, so you get that user feedback. And I'll talk about the user feedback in NearBeach soon. So with this document here, what I do is I go in and I'm starting to sort of cross things out. And what I also do is I keep a record. You'll notice in production, that I actually have a column review and QA, which is what I do, but I keep it there before moving those things across, because at the end of each month on Patreon, I release the retrospective, which includes everything we do. So what that actually gives me is that gives me little tiny boosts throughout the whole entire month. So that way, after like a month is done, or any fortnight or week, any specific amount of time, my mood's a lot higher and I've got that smile. That's what I'm hoping. Oh, that's good to hear. So yeah, what I'm currently doing, and this is what, so one thing which I do is stream, which means I get viewers, which I will hopefully get users, which will then give me feedback, which I ran out of space, which then will give me things to fix, improvements, which will hopefully give me users, and then feedback, improvements, and so forth like that. So there's one circle, and this is the other circle. Oops, I should put that in the proper section. So yeah. Essentially, since 0.30, 0.30, I've been doing essentially releases approximately every 1 week, because then I get feedback quicker and then I implement it quicker. However, that being said, 0.31 is, I don't know how far away it is at the moment. I'm talking with other people over the next couple of days, because I want to implement sprints and Gantt charts into 0.31. But the thing is, I probably won't do that straight away. That might be a feature in a couple of minor releases. However, that being said, there's a bunch of stuff which I do want to release, which does need to go through a release candidate type of stuff, just because it will affect people majorly. So yeah, I'm talking with the people about sprints. So what I'll do is I'll set up the base functionality before releasing 0.31. So what I mean by base functionality is the database designs and stuff like that. Yeah, so the idea of the Gantt charts is, and I've got to double check this by soundboarding it off people and so forth like that. So in NearBeach, you've got projects. Sorry, I'll start with the hierarchy. So in NearBeach, you got requirements and requirement items. You've got projects and you've got tasks. So the idea is you can put tasks into here, you can put tasks into here, and you can put projects into here. And what I want to be able to set up is something where you've got a requirement with a bunch of projects and tasks. You got your usual sort of layout thing, got another sort of requirement, more stuff here, and you've got more sort of stuff here, and so forth like that. I've got to ask, like, if you've got any opinions on anything of this, please visit our Discord, because I do want to hear everyone's opinion on this. Yeah, I've just got to collect users' opinions and so forth like that, or user stories. Or if we're talking NearBeach talk, I got to get user requirements and requirement items. So yeah. And I think this is pause. There we go. Okay. Now, what were we doing? We were just editing that. We're happy with all of that. Still got to do the Vite stuff. Oh, that's going to take me forever. It's one of those things where I sit down and I start learning and I'm just like, oh, this is so dry. Just, oh, I need it to do a specific thing, but they're making me do this other thing where I got to create a project. I'm like, no, I've got an existing project. I need to convert from Webpack into Vite. Diagnostics page. All right, that will. Okay. And Podman container. Oh yeah. So I'm just looking at Podman. Manage containers, pods, and images with Podman. Seamless work with containers and Kubernetes for your local environment. All right, getting started. Documentation. What is Podman? Podman is a daemonless, open source, Linux native tool designed to create and make easy to run, build, and so forth like that. OCI containers. Podman provides a command line interface familiar with anyone using the Docker container engine. All right, sweet. This is one thing we want to do. Okay, so you're at the maintainability of the code base for your own sanity. Yes, yes, I fully understand that. Yeah, fully understand it. I've just recently, so NearBeach just pulled out a bunch of old code. So there was this old search method and the old error modal and all that kind of stuff, and I've pulled that out and I've replaced it with a lot better stuff that is easily maintainable. Like, it works, but you can also look at it and say, but oh, yep. Yeah, I've worked with code bases like that. You know, just like, this takes me a couple of hours just to get through the stuff. It's not documented anywhere. There's no methods properly. Yeah, fully understand. And yeah, that's something that I will be also looking at with NearBeach, because, and please don't scream, object data view is 1,500 lines almost, and the idea being is a lot of objects come through. So we're looking at all of these type of sub-objects really. So you've got, oh, those are the forms, sorry. A lot of this is sort of the meta stuff for NearBeach. So if we open up this, we've got like, those are part of the card itself, but this is actually part of those sort of thing, that object data. This is part of the object data, this is part of the object data, this is part of the object data, and so forth like that. So I've got to go in and eventually actually split this up. And we've recently done that with the permissions. So we've got a bunch of decorators on it, and we've broken up the decorators into admin permissions. So it's a lot smaller code, like files, but easier to sort of jump into it. This is the old one, which should be deleted. In fact, that one, it doesn't look so big, but it used to be a big file, but I've cut everything out of it and put it in its own sort of thing. And then you got like the customer permissions, then you got the generic sort of permissions, which happens on every single object. So you got one where you actually extract out the destination, or you got one where you're stating which object you're actually looking up, organization permission, and permission denied is just a silly one. Don't talk about docs. I haven't written any. Oh, fair enough. And now I'm mad at past me. Ah, yeah. Don't you worry. I've recently just caught up on writing up a couple of docs at work. Sometimes you just need a quiet day where you're like, I really don't want to deal with code, or I really don't want to deal with, I have Visual Studio crash on me quite a lot. I've got there's a senior dev there who's been there for ages, and he's like, it's never crashed for me. And I'm like, dude, you just have not hung around me whatsoever. It's like a nightmare. When I have one of those days where everything's crashing around me, documentation, perfect. Perfect day for one of those. It's how I smile at the end of the day. Because I didn't have to deal with VS Code crashing anymore. Or VS Studio, sorry. Visual Studio crashing. VS Code's been fine. Visual Studio. Alright, so we do want to do Podman. Alright, name, Podman create a new container. Options, image. Alright, I was hoping they have an example. But I hate writing. Fair enough. Yeah, it's something which I would agree. I'm terrible at writing. Hell, I spent 2 hours of this stream writing up, not this, sorry, I spent 2 hours writing up the screenshot and features, and there's not a lot of writing there at all. Yeah, I'm just slow with it, and I just can't get what I've got in my head, because it's not in English, if that makes any sense. It's more in like the feelings and so forth like that, and I just don't know how to into English. So yeah, still word count on that, it's not many. There's more words in this requirement information. Okay, what was I doing? Don't know. I was reading this, creating. Alright. This looks like I will probably have to sit down and watch some YouTube videos. Alright, that's fine. So, talk about for Instagram chart. Implement custom user tables. Yes. Okay, so for those that don't know, when we actually fix up the NearBeach flow, okay, my writing's a lot better now than it was before. What we did is we added custom statuses. And this is on every single object. Every single object will have a different custom status. The reason being is they should be different objects. And I just realized this isn't running. I'm just going to run this. It's going to be on an older version of NearBeach, but the flows. So this is for requirement item statuses. So you got a bunch of different statuses in here, and the ability for the user to add them in and so forth like that. So what we'll do is we'll add in sort order. We'll add in whether they're the status is either backlog, normal, blocked, or closed. So that's the higher order status, and all that kind of stuff. Now the problem is going into the Django admin sort of thing to set up these changes and so forth like that, really cumbersome. So what we want to do is let's take the requirement item statuses. We want to create something similar with what we do with the Kanban boards, and we'll have them all listed up like this. So you'll be able to be like, no, this one goes up towards the top and so forth like that. Double clicking on them will bring up a modal. which will allow you to edit its name, its higher order status, and so forth like that. So you can select whether it's backlog, or you can select whether it's closed, and so forth like that. My biggest problem is I get frustrated with myself, dyslexic, so I need quiet to use speech to text. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. And like even messages when sending here is just voice recognition. I can't spell all the right letters in the wrong order. Yep, happens to me all the time. Except I do label. This was a 30-minute bug. Like the error came out being like label isn't a tag or anything like that. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Label is a tag and so forth like that. It wasn't until someone in chat was like, yeah, label spelt wrong. And it clicked and I was like, oh yeah, whoops. That's a common one. So yeah, it's my arch nemesis. All right, so we said we're doing Podman after. All right, cool. RE statuses. So what we need, the CRUD. So we'll need to create statuses. We need to update status name. I'm just going to put status. It should be name and everything else. Update order. We need to delete status. Which will also update the order. We need to read everything. We need to read status list. Now my writing's gone horrible. Read status. We need to create status. We don't need to create the list. Most of my bugs can also be traced to spelling errors. Yeah. There's more than us out there. There's dozens of us who stream and we just spell things wrong. RW Grim. And QLogic. So QLogic will fix RW Grimm's spelling mistakes all the time. And that will happen on stream. Alright, cool. So I think that's all the CRUD we need for those particular ones. So I'm going to neaten that up. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna write this nicely. Man, I am loving this program. Okay. So what we need is to create new status. I don't know if create has an ending E. Talk about spelling mistakes. All right, we won't be creating a status list. So we need to read status list. We need to read status attributes. I'll move this across. Attributes. All right, that will be the reads. Update will be update status. And update status order. All right. And D will be just delete status. So those are all the functionalities we're going to be dealing with CRUD. Now we need to we can do this in a smart way, where we have one component, one view for this. We send through the object data. So what we need, object differentiation data. Is we need the object destination. All right, cool. So what that will mean is when we create new status, it'll send it off, but it'll have a destination in there like that. We do that already in the code. So if you actually look at any of the, and I've closed that file, minimize everything, anything in the object data view, there we go, object data view, you'll notice that it comes through. That one doesn't. Let's scroll up to one that does. You got request, destination, location ID. So destination, location ID are the things that will be like, all right, cool, this is the object and this is the object ID. And that's how we differentiate stuff. So we'll be doing the same thing over here. We'll be using the object destination, which is just this destination. We won't need an ID because we're getting the whole entire list and we're manipulating that whole entire list. To be honest, the best thing I ever invested in is my MacBook, just because it's one button, boom, speech to text is active. For that alone, it's worth it for me. Oh, fair enough. That is good to hear. I'm glad that's working for you. One feature I do like, which I don't use that often, and I have actually used on stream, but sadly stream wasn't seeing the functionality of it. They were seeing the normal colors, is the colorblind mode. Now I'm on Linux at the moment, so I can't show you here, but yeah, there is a colorblind mode where you actually get to pick which type of colorblindness you want to see on your screen. And this was extremely useful for developing this, because I'm using colors to differentiate between the urgency of the tasks, which made me actually realize that could go over there. If we have something on a low, made me realize that doing something like this, where on low there's no gradient there, but let's say on low you see a little bit of gradient, so forth like that. So if someone had color blindness, just glancing at that, they're like, oh, okay, cool, it's a little scale thing. So yeah. I use Max for work. So yeah, it's a great feature. So yeah, I use Max Work. I've still got my little M1, which I have had for a number of years now. It's chugging along as a laptop, and it's going to be here for a number more years. So yeah, I don't mind the Mac laptops. But yeah, work bought me one too, well over 2 years ago now. So yeah, that thing I'll have for a number of years also. It's a good laptop. Okay, so we've got the flow, custom user status in here. We've got this sort of like designed up like that. I'm going to just erase this. I don't know why I'm using my mouse at the moment. Just because I might take a screenshot of this, and I might actually rewrite that. I might actually, oh, that's actually a real pen. I can't use that on my webcam. All right. To diff differentiate between the different objects, the different statuses for each object. We'll use destination. And that should work really, really well. I originally bought Mac for the iOS builds. Fair enough, yeah. Yeah. And then fell in love with it and it became my daily driver. Fair enough. Yeah, this is going to be a very long story. So back in 2012, I bought a System 76 laptop. I think 2012 or 2013. End of 2012, started 2013. So I bought one of these. The Australian dollar was greater than the US dollar at that particular point, which was great. So a $1,000 laptop cost me $800. Or something ridiculous. Like, I was getting good value for money. I was not complaining at all. That laptop lasted years, quite a number of years. I think I had it up until 2016, I think. Yeah, 2016. I then realized I couldn't play any games or anything on it because it was an Intel integrated laptop. I then went with another PC laptop, and sadly that PC laptop was terrible. And it ended up dying, and I was like, I need something. And I saw a simple MacBook Air at the time was not that expensive. It was actually a lot cheaper than that. It was, I think I spent $1,400 on it. And I was like, I need a new laptop. And yeah, I used it from, I think I got it 2017, I want to say, because I shortly got it after the PC one. And I didn't replace it till I got my new one here. And hey, the Bob I know, how are you tonight? I hope you're going well. We're just having little chats and drawing up diagrams and stuff like that. You still have your old machine. The SATA control is completely ruined. Oh no. So since I've already had this machine, I was like, why buy a new one when I can just use Mac? Fair enough. So yeah. I've still got my old computer. So for those that don't know, I'm now on my new Linux computer, which is, I bought, I keep forgetting when I bought, I think August or September or something like that, last year. I upgraded from my other computer, which was 7 years old. Still got the other computer, it's actually right behind us. I haven't turned it on in so long, it's not funny. The cable management between that one and this one, that one's terrible. Absolutely just horrendous. You can't see it from here, but yeah, it's just terrible. I'm looking at it being like, whoa. That I built ages ago, I think 2015. Yeah, I've got to turn it on and download an ISO of Windows onto it, and then try and install Windows on this computer as a just in case sort of situation. Like, there might be times I don't have access to my Works VM for like the Windows VMs and so forth like that, and be able to, you know, still work. Yeah, but I get a problem where I try and install it and it's like, oh, we can't find any of the drivers, and it's like, huh, great. And trying to go through all that solution, they're all like, oh, you got to do this with your motherboard, you got to do that with your motherboard, which I did, and now I can't use Docker Desktop because I've turned off the virtualization support, and I'm just like, oh my god, I got to fix that up now, and yeah, it's just driving me nuts. I just don't have time nowadays to sit down and really figure these out. So I think so what I'm trying to say, got to turn that machine on one more time so I could flash a USB with the Windows ISO. So that's the last step of me trying to get Windows installed on this machine. Otherwise, if that can't be done, I will format the Windows drive. I'll format one of the drives on that machine, probably all of them, and just install Windows, and that will be my backup Windows machine. Yeah. The joys, Windows just doesn't like me. Let's just say that. Ever since I was like young, Windows just hated me. Okay, yep, so NearBeach custom flow. So to differentiate between things, we just use the destination. From the destination, if we open up the admin portal, we've got list of requirement item statuses. We can go list of and then insert the object, whether it's requirement item and so forth like that. Or requirements, so list of requirement statuses, list of task statuses, list of, now the only problem is the list of RFC statuses. We can have RFC as a destination, that's not going to be a problem. And I think that's going to be the easiest way to get to those objects, to switch these around. So I think the code's going to be really, really simple and clean. So yeah. I mostly don't run any Docker locally. That all runs on my home lab. The advantage to having a tiny home data center. Fair enough. Yeah, I've got a friend who has a little tiny home data center, and what he does is pretty cool. Got a bunch of R710s. I don't know what that is. Let's look it up. 10. Ooh. Okay, nice. Oh, you just hit an ad. Oh, but they hold up for dev stuff. Yeah, fair enough. Like, if they do what you want them to do, that's perfectly fine. Hell, I don't have it right in front of me. Give me 2 seconds. It's in my cupboard. Oh, one of them is. Oh no, both of them are. There they are. I've still got my Raspberry Pis. So yeah, I don't know if you're in an ad at the moment. I'm assuming you are. So I'm going to wait just a few more seconds. Everyone else is watching and be like, oh no, he's just standing there still. I'm like, yeah, I'm just waiting for the ads to finish. I'm glad they tell me now that the ads are going and stuff like that. So yeah. Mostly they run NAS and Docker location. Oh, nice. So yeah, I used to use this particular one when I bought this well over 10 years ago now. And it ended up being a web server for me for quite some time. And then I eventually upgraded to, I think, I forgot what number this is. I think 4. I can't read what number. Raspberry Pi 3 Model B V1.2. Not 4, 3. So yeah, I upgraded to 3 and so forth like that. I've been meaning to actually get NearBeach installed on one of these again, and absolutely flood it with data to see how it actually copes. And then I'll probably set up with my laptop, my main computer, probably that computer down there, and I will probably hit it with as much traffic as possible. Because I'm kind of interested in to see at what point does NearBeach break, how many users can it actually take? Because a lot of the stuff, so a lot of the JavaScript will not be done by the server, it will be done by the CDN. A lot of the images would be, yes, through this, but I think this acts as a middleman though. But the idea is a lot of the pages only get rendered with the data in it though. So yeah, but then you could query stuff. So, yeah, I'll figure it out. I like the concept of the Pi. I hate the micro USB plug. Fair enough. I know the new ones are USB-C though, but they aren't out when I got the servers. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, this little thing used to be my web server. So NearBeach was once running off this back in the day, and it's the reason why. So when I upgraded to this and started really doing the Django development, the one reason why we jumped from Apache into Nginx was because Apache wouldn't run on 1 GB anymore. So yeah, little fun facts that I had to figure out and so forth like that. So yeah. Alright, I'm just realizing what the time is. I do have to go soon. What I want to do is, I want to see if I can zoom out. Oh, I can. I want to see if I can grab this. I want to export image. Let's do it as dark mode. Let's do SVG. Wait, we don't want an SVG. PNG. Let's copy this. Let's go to Twitter. Let's make a post. Just quick documentation on how we will tackle the. Actually, no, this is me. An image of me writing out and figuring out how I want to tackle the what are we calling it? The custom, not the custom user table, custom status editors. I want to tackle the custom status and how the user will edit those statuses. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to reread it. An image of me figuring out how I want to tackle the custom status. No, that doesn't make sense. That's an image of me. Sometimes I need to draw out what I am thinking. Here is an example of me figuring out how I want to allow the users and to allow NearBeach's users. Here's an example of me figuring out how I want could allow NearBeach users to edit the statuses of the objects. The statuses for each module. Alright, sometimes I need to draw out what I'm thinking. Here is an example of me figuring out how I could allow NearBeach users to edit the status of each module. A lot of talk on the screen. Alright, cool. Let's post that. And let's find someone to raid. So let's jump onto Twitch. Ooh, there's Pirate Software. He's going, but there's Adrian Learns. Ooh, it's Oik. Alright, let's raid its Oik.
I posted a document in the Discord, yep.
Alright, cool. Anyway, thank you very much everyone for coming tonight.